I ruined someone's life by pretending I was available when I wasn't. I don't know if I'm looking for advice or just somewhere to put this where people won't immediately tell me I'm a terrible person. I already know I did something wrong. I just don't know what to do with it now that it's over. I told my AP I was single, but I was married the entire time. I said I was separated, stuff like divorce was basically done, and I was free to date. None of that was true. I wasn't brave enough to end my marriage, because I also wasn't willing to be alone. When I met him, I had just returned to the States from my home country, and everything in my life felt stagnant. My marriage felt empty. I didn't feel desired anymore. Meeting my AP felt intoxicating. It was instant chemistry, and instead of slowing down, reminding myself of the fact I was a wife and a mother, I let it escalate quickly. I told him I was ready to settle down. I said I wanted a future. I said I love you first. I didn't say those things to manipulate him. I truly felt those things for him. I felt those things for a man for the first time in a long time, and I was consumed by them feelings. I just didn't think about the fact that believing something doesn't make it ethical if you're living a lie. He gave me everything: stability, care, emotional safety, a home. He cooked, went shopping with me, supported me, made space for me in his life. He welcomed my kids every weekend and treated them like they were his. Watching him love my kids made me feel like I was finally choosing the right person. And still, I never fully let go of another man, a man I had met before him. I told him this person was my cousin. He wasn't. He was someone I'd been sleeping with before, someone I kept around because he met a certain need so ferociously, so eagerly, like some beast that my husband could never compare. After I met my AP, I stopped meeting my cousin, but I still sent explicit messages, pictures, videos to him. I justified it by telling myself I wasn't crossing the real line anymore. Eventually I did. Even after I moved in with him, I kept the lies going. I let him help me move. I let him believe I was choosing him. I let him feel secure while knowing I was still hiding things that could shatter him if he found out. When he started asking questions and prodding and probing into the inconsistencies, I panicked. I knew I couldn't control the story much longer. I didn't want to sit in the shame or answer questions anymore, because I knew the outcome would never be anything pleasant. I had done all that before, and I wasn't willing to put myself through it anymore. So when everything came out, I ended it abruptly. I sent a message admitting I had lied and apologizing for getting him caught up in my lies. I didn't give him space to respond. I didn't offer clarity or closure. I just disappeared with my kids. I don't know if he realizes that I didn't even send that message myself, or if he thinks I did. At this point, I've told myself it doesn't matter, because the damage is already done. I know he was deeply invested. I know the relationship was intense. I know I probably shattered his sense of reality and trust. I hate knowing that, but I also don't know how to make it right without causing more harm. Reaching out now feels selfish. Any explanation would be too late and would only reopen wounds. Staying silent feels like avoidance, but it also feels like the least damaging option. I don't feel like a monster all the time. I still see myself as someone who was lonely and made bad choices, but I know that from his perspective, I'm probably the villain in his story. I didn't intend to traumatize him or alter how he sees love and trust, but I made choices that did exactly that. I just hoped it wouldn't all come crashing down. But it did, as it always did. I guess I'm not really very lucky in love. Edit. My husband lives in my home country at the moment due to a work commitment, so he's not really in the picture, and I'm not really worried about him at the moment. All my focus currently is on the one I hurt and betrayed so much. Update. I feel my life has completely unraveled. After I ended things with him and went silent, I thought the worst was behind me. I assumed the damage was limited only to the relationship I blew up, and that, painful as it would stay contained. I was wrong. The cousin reached out directly to my husband. I don't know exactly what pushed him to do it. Anger, jealousy, guilt, or just wanting to burn everything down. But he sent my husband everything. Basically handed ammo for a divorce right to his hand. Screenshots, explicit texts, photos, videos, hotel receipts I don't even recall anymore. Everything I worked so hard to keep compartmentalized collapsed in a matter of hours. My husband confronted me with things I couldn't explain away. There was no plausible denial left. No, it wasn't what it looks like. It was all there, unfiltered and devastating. Watching his face change as he scrolled is something I can't get out of my head. I tried to explain myself, but nothing I said mattered anymore. Any attempt at context sounded like justification. Any emotion sounded manipulative. I realized that I had lost control of the story completely. What's worse is knowing that why former AP is now collateral damage in my marriage that's breaking apart. He didn't just lose a relationship built on lies. He became part of an exposure he never consented to. His name, his involvement, his private messages are now known in my marriage. I told myself originally that going silent was the least harmful option. I see now that silence didn't protect anyone. It only delayed the inevitable explosion. My husband is devastated, furious, detached. I don't know what happens next. I don't know if my marriage is salvageable or if it even should be. I don't know how to face the fact that my choices didn't just hurt people emotionally, they detonated their lives. I keep thinking about how I left my AP without closure, without answers, without dignity, and now his pain has intersected with my family's. I don't know if he blames himself. I hope he doesn't. None of this is his fault. I'm realizing that avoidance isn't neutral. It's just another form of harm. I don't know if reaching out would help or just re-traumatize him further. I don't know if any attempt at repairing is even welcome. All I know is that everything is exposed and I'm finally out of places to hide. Comments. There's a difference between being lonely and being deceptive. A lot of us here cheated because we were lonely, neglected, insecure, addicted to validation. But most of us didn't build an entire fake life for someone while actively keeping other sexual partners on standby. The fact that you did doesn't make you irredeemable. It just means this wasn't a one-time lapse. It was dishonesty sustained over years and years, and it's objectively much worse than what a lot of us did. Out of the whole post, what stood out to me was that you ended things abruptly so you wouldn't have to face what you did. That's the real issue here. Avoidance. You avoid ending your marriage. You avoid letting go of the other man. You avoid answering questions. You avoid taking any responsibility. Silence feels like the least harmful option to you because it protects you from facing the consequences, not because it protects others. I wouldn't reach out to your AP unless you're really in the mental space to pursue that relationship and devote yourself to him fully. And even then, only if he hasn't clearly cut contact. Because if he has, just let him live in peace. Right now, your priority should be stabilizing your kids and preserving your marriage, not romanticizing the man you hurt. You're not a monster. The real work now is asking yourself why you couldn't choose to live one life honestly,